everyone. I hope you're doing well today. We're going to take a look at this Pisces full moon that's happening on September 7th, 2025. Now, this will be a total lunar eclipse at 15 degrees and 22 minutes at 2:09 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. This eclipse is marking our first eclipse of the season as we start feeling the effects of the Pisces energies. With full moons being a time of release, the eclipse energy will make it stick due to the North Node in Pisces. We are all wanting to elevate our subconscious to new inspirations or even just hope of a better, brighter future. But to do so, we will have to release the Virgo within us. The personality traits of feeling like we aren't good enough or capable to live our best life. This will require us to adjust our ways of thinking, a new perspective of how to live that best life will occur within the energies at play. So we're going to take a look at the chart. We'll have the moon conjunct the North Node in Pisces, and this will be reflecting upon some subconscious motivations. So let me circle that for you. Okay, so you understand where we're looking. Oh, goodness. And we also have the moon that will trine Jupiter in Cancer. And this will help you find the joy that you've been looking for. Also, the sun will be in opposition of the North Node and conjunct Mercury. Now, when it's conjunct Mercury, it's being mentally focused on what needs to be released. Mercury is the ruler of Virgo, and it's dealing with your mindset, the way that you communicate to yourself. It can also be the way that you receive communication. Okay, so you could be receiving communication upon the way that you are or the way that you do things, and this can impact you to release. Okay, so we have also the sun, which will be in opposition of the North Node and conjunct the South Node. Now I want you to take a good look at this, and it's almost like it is a finger of God here, or a yod. Some people call it a yod. But with the sun in opposition of the North Node, this is letting go of your past motivations so that you can create that brighter future. I'm going to go over all the signs. Please watch your sun, moon, and rising sign to get a full picture of how this is happening within your world. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. Please comment so that the algorithm will show other people my videos, right? If you're interested in this chart, I do use Astro Matrix, the Astro Matrix app. I have a link within my playlist for Astro Matrix, or how to use the app. It is free. It does have ads. You can also purchase it without ads. They have different things on here of tarot guides, and also you can look at your daily horoscope. At the bottom it says daily. You also have your reports and other charts that you can initiate with, such as your draconic chart, your progress chart, different charts that you can go into to look at. I also want to tell you too that with Astro Matrix, you can click on either the aspects or positions, and you can click on each individual thing here. that I'm pointing to. You can click on each individual one, and it gives you a definition of what's going on with the aspects. It also shows you the symbol of the aspects so that you can get more of an idea. If you're new with astrology, you can get more of an idea of what they look like symbolically and how they interact with each other. Okay? All right, so I will see you soon. Hi Aries, I hope you're doing well today. This is for Aries, Sun, Moon, or Rising. We're going to take a look at this Pisces full moon total lunar eclipse that's happening in your 12th house. Please take time out to like, share, and subscribe if you haven't. Okay, so the 12th house is spirituality, soul work, enlightenment, healing and restoration. We have loss in the 12th. We have grief in the 12th. We also have things of the occult in the 12th, such as mediumship, past lives, karma. Prisons and hospitals are here in the 12th. Letting go and going with faith. Endings and transformation. Psychic and intuitive abilities. Higher states of consciousness. This is where you get enlightened. Okay, this is also a place to where you self-sabotage. All right, so there will be the moon here, and then in opposition will be the sun, because that's what makes a full moon, right? But we're talking about a total lunar eclipse, which means that something will be eclipsed out of your life. All right, okay, so with the moon opposing the sun, this will be releasing your emotions surrounding your victim mentality. That could be shining a light where the sun is of your lifestyle, of what you're doing on a daily basis. This could also be involving your work situation, because we're dealing with 6th house entities. And the 6th house is your health, your daily routines, your daily work and employment, your co-workers, your pets, your service to others, organizing, detail orientation, and this can also be considered your mastery, right? What you're good at, what you master yourself with, okay? Such as your skills and learning abilities, talents, and genius, the mastery that comes out of you. Virgo is the representative of the 6th house, so it's the same definitions, but I do want to tell you a little bit about Virgos. Virgos have a way of wanting to have a perfect situation, and in your case it would be in the 6th. They want to have a perfect lifestyle. They want to have the perfect job. They want to have everything in line, situated in order, the way that it should be, right? And in this case, with the full moon happening, there's going to be a release of that. There is going to be, well, I can only do what I can do. I am human. And there's a realization that's going to come with that. And it could be because, you know, we're human and we get older. Or it could be a situation of a release of, you know, the time that we're in. For example, maybe jobs aren't as available as they should be in your mind's eye, or it's the fact of the time progressing to get to where you want to be, right? And there's a let go and go with faith that has to happen with that of, you know, I just have to be patient. I don't like to be patient, but at this moment I have to be patient in regards to the situation at hand. There is an enlightenment that will happen for you of what you need to do in a practical manner and how you need to do it in a way that doesn't necessarily take away from your vitality, because the sun is there. The sun is in that 6th house, right? And the sun is representative of our vitality. And also the sun can also be an ego thing. And when I say ego, it's the survival of whatever you're trying to survive. Like your body is going through that survival mode of I have to take care of this now. There's an urgency there when it comes to you, Aries, right? I have to take care of it now. Things have to be a certain way, and they have to be the way that I want them to be. And during this time, there's a realization that you will come to with that. I want to look at other transits that are happening so we can get more of a story, okay? So we have the sun that will sextile Jupiter in Cancer. Jupiter in Cancer in your 4th house, okay? And the sun will sextile it. So the sun is shining on that 4th house. And the 4th house being your home, your property, your emotional body, right? We're dealing with the moon here. So there's a lot of emotional bodies going on. Okay, so your sense of belonging, your foundation, nurturing, family, mothers, motherhood, mother figures, security, all right? Sextiles are good. Sextiles are in harmonious aspect too. With Jupiter activated, this is an expansion. This is also luck and blessings that come to you, right? And during this time, because of that awakening that you're having, that ending and transformation that you're having, there's a transformation of a lifestyle situation that will happen, that will end up at the end blessing you in a way. Or it could be that the situation has to get so far into it that you realize it's time to nurture yourself, that you realize that, you know, I come first and then other people. I come first before anything else, and we're human, and it's a epiphany or an enlightenment of your body has to be taken care of, right? More water is necessary with this transit, by the way, because Pisces being a water sign, Cancer being a water sign, being activated, and eat healthier with Virgo activated, right? Because that's the lifestyle, that's the health situation that could be coming up of what you're eating is keeping you tired. That could be it. It could be also that, like you're not drinking enough water, and that could be it, right? That there's a transformation of what you've been eating with your health situation. Now, I do want to say too, there's other things that could happen here. There is a yod, of course, with this transit, and Mercury is conjunct the sun. Okay, so your mind is a constant roller coaster of how can I be practical in a situation of chaos? There will be an epiphany. That practicality could come out of what the 4th house is trying to show you, because the apex is the 12th. A transformation of your home is necessary, or a transformation of the property is necessary, whatever you have going on with your property, right? It could be that there needs to be, I'm trying to think of Jupiterian things, right? Expansion of property, that you need more of your property, or you need to utilize more of your property, because Virgo is very practical and detail oriented, and there's ways that you can use your property in a different manner on a lifestyle basis, right? So that could be it. It could also be mothers being attached to the 4th house of there's a transformation within your mother's life. Maybe she has to move in with you. Maybe there's a release and transformation of situations that's happening in her life, and there's a time that you need to take care of her. So your lifestyle is changing. There could be a release of that lifestyle that you have now due to a mother situation, or a person that is of a mother figure, such as a grandmother, or a mother-in-law, right? Because Jupiter is also the ruler over Sagittarius, and it deals with in-laws and grandparents, okay? I do want to say, too, with the 4th house, the 4th house is your emotional body and your sense of belonging. And if that is the case with a situation dealing with your work situation, okay, is what I'm getting to, that there could be a transformation that needs to happen with that. And it doesn't necessarily mean that you need to let go of the work situation, but you need to hold yourself more accountable for yourself of, I need a break. I'm working too hard. I'm balls to the wall when it comes to work, and it's time for me to just chill out, right? That could be the enlightenment that comes through. And just take care of your health. Make sure that you're eating correctly. You know, don't do things that you're not supposed to, because Pisces full moons, when it comes to Pisces, if you're doing any type of drugs or anything, or drinking, it can be an overindulgence. This is also a time to where people are considered hospitalized, right? So don't do anything crazy. Try not to overindulge in drugs if you are, you know, intaking or alcohol, because it'll be like you can't get away, or you can't escape that whatever you're trying to escape inside of your mind's eye. Mercury is activated, remember? So there's no way you can escape. So that's why overdoses are a thing with not just eclipse energy, but with full moons in Pisces, or Pisces moons in general, that it doesn't allow you to escape. Okay, I'm putting that out there because it is a thing. It is something known. And you can look at the news if you want to, or whatever feeds that you're looking through, and you can see the rotation of the last time that we had a moon in Pisces, right? Of what happened. People go crazy because they have to deal with their subconscious. They have to see things around them that they necessarily don't want to see, you know. And if there's a situation to where moms are taken to the hospital, right, because hospitals are activated. Now, mental institutions and prisons are activated too, just to let you know. And with full moons, this could be a time to where that happens. All right, to initiate the start of a move, to initiate a start of a new lifestyle, to initiate a start of an enlightenment, or the awakening that needs to happen. The North Node, right? Okay, so the North Node is a desire that we all want to get to, okay? That is mainly the definition of a North Node. It is the desire, the want of the soul's calling, right? And at this time, the sun will be in opposition of the North Node. All right, so that's letting go of the past, letting go of whatever situations of the past that were ailing you. And I'm going to highlight it so you see what I'm talking about. So North Node in Pisces, and I have videos on North Node in Pisces. If you want to look at them, they're in my playlist, okay? But North Node in Pisces is calling you to transform, is calling you to end things that aren't necessarily good for you. And it deals with a lifestyle situation. It deals with a health situation. It deals with, you know, things that you're doing at work, or the work in general on a daily basis. How you service others is another indication of the 6th house that needs to be released, right? Of there's something that you're consistently doing for others, or there's something of they're taking advantage of you, and you're having to look at it for what it is. Okay, the apex of this shad is in the 12th house, which means that that is the finger pointing to the 12th. Okay, that the 12th house has to be initiated during this full moon lunar eclipse, and that's a transformation or an end of something. This could also be you getting more involved with spirituality or connection to the divine on a higher level than what you're used to, on your lifestyle, right? In your daily routine, in your daily activities, what you do on a daily basis. Okay, that there's an initiation of this to happen so that you can balance out that emotional body in the 4th. All right, if there's been situations of you feeling like you're overly emotional, or you have questions about certain things within your life, because Jupiter is that philosophy, and you have to come to terms with your own philosophy. If you're looking for enlightenment of sorts within philosophy, look to your 9th house. Okay, your 9th house is in Sagittarius. Sagittarius could help you, or it could be that a higher learning is necessary for you to understand whatever it is that you're looking for. Religious beliefs are there, or the story that you hold within your lifestyle is there. The story that you're holding in general of past situations, of situations that, have been happening to you, has to change, right? For you to get closer to the divine, for you to understand what God, Source, the universe has in hand for you. This is also, I'm going to say 9th house has a lot to do with teachers, preachers, and gurus, okay? And there are teachers, preachers, and gurus out there that can help you during this full moon lunar eclipse if you just look. Remember, Uranus is activated, Uranus in Gemini, so that deals with a lot of shifting of mindsets, and it's an awakening itself. So this is one of the shakeups that are happening with the themes in the cosmos, right? The shakeups of your mindset, the shakeups of your surroundings, the shakeups of how you are in general on a daily basis. Okay. I'm seeing if there's anything else I can tell you. Now, I can go in general mode of this could be a transformation of home that happens. This could also be, like I said, your mother moving in with you, or this could be a transformation of you becoming a mother. That could be happening because Jupiter can expand that motherhood, and there's a transformation of your lifestyle, and the lifestyle is being released. Do you get what I'm saying here? This could also be a transformation of jobs that could happen. Because you have jobs in the 6th, and then the 4th house activated could mean that you're being able to work from home. Okay, that could be something. Now, this could just be, if you're a healer or in the occult, this could be that you're doing that from home, right? And there is blessings upon that with Jupiter activated of a transformation happening to where you are more involved in the occult, or to where you're awakening to that philosophy, right, of tarot and astrology or esoteric knowledge, mediumship. This could be also a time to where a shift happens. It could be a vision. It could be within your dream set with the 12th house activated with the moon, that during the eclipse or just in eclipse season, that you have visions and dreams in regards to what is next for your life that you can implement in your home situation, or that it makes you feel fulfilled, right? Because The fourth house is that sense of belonging. The fourth house is that emotional body. And Jupiter being expansion, luck, and blessings can bring in a fulfillment for you, a joyfulness for you, right? And this could mean that, you know, it could be about a job. It could be about you moving. It could be just a fulfillment in general with your belief system and philosophy, that you feel more stable and closer to the divine. Okay. And I think that's about it, Aries. Thank you for being here. Please like, share, and subscribe. And I will see you next time.